exhausted staff desperate for PPE, and a government under huge pressure to supply the equipment to the NHS. But there are now concerns about how the garments were procured, with many contracts given to companies with government connections. Today, the Prime Minister was asked about one consultant who was paid £21 million from public funds.
Does the Prime Minister think that £21 million to a middleman was an acceptable use of taxpayers' money?
When this crisis began, we were being urged by the right honourable gentleman to remove the blockages in our procurement process in order to get PPE. We shifted heaven and earth to get 32 billion items of PPE into this country. I'm very proud of what has been achieved.
The report found more than 8,600 contracts were awarded by the government by the 31st of July, with PPE accounting for 80% of those given out. In total, the contracts were worth £18 billion, and more than half were awarded directly to suppliers without a competitive bidding process.
Once you start eroding that public trust by not being open and transparent about what you're doing, by having this fast-track VIP channel where MPs and ministers and others could recommend certain companies, this doesn't look fair, it doesn't sound fair, and if it doesn't look and sound fair, then the question is it?
So this is the last bit of PPE we've got, which is going out tomorrow.
This printing firm was contacted directly by NHS trusts to source PPE at the start of the pandemic and say demand was so great, the procurement process was speeded up.
We had nurses in A&E called in directly needing stuff, but then the trust directly as well. Either they'd ordered elsewhere, it hadn't turned up. They could place orders with 3-4 vendors and none of it turned up. But we had the physical stock on the ground. We're a bricks and mortar business and we guaranteed delivering it.
The government says it had to secure vital supplies with extreme urgency. But there are still many questions about what shortcuts were taken and whether public money could have been better spent. Leila Hayes, 5 News.